بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم. السلام علیکم. آپ دیکھ رہے ہیں ICA TV کینیڈا. میں ہوں شعیب ناصر. آج ہم لوگ آئے ہیں یہاں پر ٹورنٹو میں. یہ ایک اسپورٹس شو ہے جو پاکستان کینیڈا کے زیر اہتمام ہو رہا ہے. پاکستان کونسلیٹ جنرل نے اس کو آرگنائز کیا ہے. اس میں ابھی ہائی کمشنر صاحب بھی تشریف لانے والے ہیں, کونسلیٹ جنرل صاحب بھی تشریف لانے والے ہیں. یہ تمام لوگ آئیں گے یہاں پر. جو کینیڈا اسپورٹس گڈز ایسوسی ایشن ہے انہوں نے بھی ان کے ساتھ تعاون کیا ہے, اور کینیڈا چیمبر آف کامرس نے بھی. اور اس پروگرام کو یہ لوگ آرگنائز کر رہے ہیں. اس میں پاکستان سے جو اسپورٹس گڈز یہاں ایکسپورٹ کرتے ہیں وہ لوگ بھی آئے ہوئے ہیں, اپنی تمام گڈز کو لے کر آئے ہیں. وہ تمام چیزیں ہم آپ کو دکھائیں گے, لوگوں کے ویوز بھی آپ کو بتائیں گے کہ یہاں کس انداز میں یہ پروگرام ہونے جا رہا ہے. انشاءاللہ آپ کو یہ پروگرام پسند آئے گا اور آپ کو فخر محسوس ہوگا کہ ہم بحیثیت پاکستانی اس وقت دنیا بھر میں کتنا کام کر رہے ہیں. بہت شکریہ.
Welcome Pakistan's High Commissioner to Canada, His Excellency Mohammad Saleem. He arrives in Ottawa with a distinguished diplomatic career and a deep passion for fostering international cooperation. Over the years, he has served in various key positions at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Islamabad, as well as in Pakistan's diplomatic missions abroad, including Germany, Bahrain, Romania, and now serving in Canada for the second time. From 2020 to 2022, he was Pakistan's High Commissioner to Tanzania, where he also represented Pakistan to the East African community. Throughout his career, he worked tirelessly to build meaningful partnerships, address global challenges, and promote shared values on the international stage. As High Commissioner to Canada, he is eager to deepen the strong and historic ties between Pakistan and Canada. His vision includes advancing collaboration in trade and investment, higher education, cultural exchange, and people-to-people linkages, opening new avenues of cooperation between our two countries. Please join me in extending a very warm welcome to His Excellency Mohammad Saleem, High Commissioner of Pakistan to Canada.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Mr. Brian Lopes, President, Canada Sporting Association. You call it Canada Sporting Goods Association. Mr. Brad House, President of Sports Distributors of Canada. Kevin Boston, CEO of Building Blocks, Consul General of Pakistan in Toronto. Mr. Bajwa, our Trade and Investment Commissioner, Mr. Zanjua. Our Deputy Consul General is also here, Mr. Hassan. The business delegation who has come all the way from Sialkot and other cities in Pakistan, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is after 12 now, and Assalamu alaikum. It is my, in fact, unique privilege to report to you. This is the second sporting event within 2025 being organized by the Embassy, the High Commission. Since we are Commonwealth countries, we call the Embassy as High Commission. And between Pakistan and Canada in this year, 2025. The first one was Greater Toronto area. For the Pakistani community, they call it GTA. GTA police team went for cricket in the winters, December, January, the last winter, to Karachi, to Lahore, and to Islamabad. After that, when we knew that North America will be hosting the FIFA World Cup 2026, so this was an opportunity, and as embassies, and as ambassadors, as diplomats, we have to look for opportunities where we can capitalize and maximize the connections between the two countries, the receiving state where we are and the sending state, we come from Pakistan. I'm also happy to report to the Canadian friends, it's fine, that we have 3 consulates general in Vancouver, in Montreal, in Toronto, and the High Commission is in the capital in Ottawa, just 4 hours, 50 minutes drive from here. I am pleased to inform you that I came early in the morning today and the road was clear, and it is like Islamabad-Lahore highway. We call it motorway in Pakistan, you call it highway here. For my delegation from Pakistan, let me tell you, Canada is a 42 million young population. It is a healthy nation. It is a sporting nation. It is a nation of venue for Winter Olympics. It is a winter sports nation. It is indoor sports nation because there are 6 months long winters in number of provinces. And it is an adventure sports nation. And it is a field sports nation and a snow sports nation. So I want to give the homework for you. When you go back to Sialkot, you come to know that just one product, Pakistani handmade football used in FIFA, is not enough. And that's why we did our best at the consulate level, I would say at the government level, getting consent from Ministry of Commerce in Islamabad, getting support and sponsorship from Trade Development Authority of Pakistan in Karachi. You have to capitalize on the opportunity. The second, I would ask the delegation if they have time. Canada is a very large country. From East Coast to West Coast to Vancouver to British Columbia, it is 6-7 hours flight. So if you have time, please do visit British Columbia, Vancouver, Alberta, Edmonton, or Calgary. In the central provinces, you can go to Manitoba, Regina, or Winnipeg. Or in the east, you can go to Halifax. This is a very large country, and every province has its own sporting culture and its own suppliers and distributors and importers. That's why I am saying that if you have time, we have organized our visit this time only to 2 provinces, the most populous and 2 of the richest provinces in the country. That is Ontario, where we are sitting, and your next trip of 2 days is to Quebec, to Montreal City, where you will have again a very intense engagement. This is a 3-hour event today, but we will be going to the stores which sell sports goods. You will be meeting people privately, but we have also organized your official visits of the delegation to the sports stores, the shopping malls, so that you know that football is a field sport. But as I mentioned, it is a winter Olympic nation, it is a snow sports nation, it is an indoor sports nation, 6 months indoor sports. So you have to really diversify the product line. You have the name, you have the fame, but now you have to increase the volume. My job as High Commissioner is after having invested whatever little effort we have made this time, in October 2026, I will see the figures of Statistics Canada website. What was the volume of Pakistani sports goods to Canada till September 2025, and what has been the outcome or the output or the benefit or the, I would say, the cost benefit analysis after 1 year. So it is not a pushy time. उर्दू में आप लोगों की तमाम मीटिंग हमने ऑर्गेनाइज की हैं, और अगर कोई कमी पेशी है तो आई विल यू हैव माय कांटेक्ट नंबर ऑन द ईमेल, वेबसाइट, फेसबुक. The Council General is here, Trade and Investment Councillor is here. For any follow-up action, we are here to connect you to the Canadian businesses. Similarly, there was one specialty which was highlighted. This was the city Sialkot. I took a delegation of 28 countries, small and island developing countries, to Sialkot in 2024 May, when I was in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Islamabad, to Sialkot. And when I was High Commissioner in Tanzania, they were importing European brands for surgical goods being used in hospitals in the operation theatre. But those German products are produced under license in Pakistan in Sialkot. So we have to work the TIC, the Council and myself to connect the hospitals and the Canada Health Department with their counterparts in Sialkot. But for you people, I will wish you all the best for this 1 week of business visit to Canada. This was the opportunity 2026, and we have made a humble effort to connect you. But mind you, if you have a base in Ontario or in Montreal City, Montreal to US border is just half an hour drive. Similarly, from here, from Ontario, go down to Niagara. Across the Niagara is US. So this is the opportunity for you. Our job as government representative is to create the opportunity and to facilitate you to connect to the Canadian counterparts. I wish you all successful visit. Thank you.
And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce a distinguished diplomat who has served Pakistan with dedication across many parts of the world. Over the course of his career, he has held key assignments in Turkey, the United Kingdom, and Turkmenistan, representing Pakistan with honor and strengthening ties wherever he served. In May 2023, he assumed the role of Consul General of Pakistan here in Toronto, where he is working tirelessly to build stronger connections between Pakistan and Canada, not only in diplomacy, but also in trade, culture, and community engagement. Please join me in extending a very warm welcome to His Excellency, the Consul General of Pakistan in Toronto, Honorable Khalil Ahmed Bajwa.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Distinguished representatives of the Canadian Sporting Goods Association, honorable leadership of the local chambers, esteemed industry leaders from Canada and Pakistan, valued guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Consulate General of Pakistan, Toronto, it's my great privilege to extend to you all a very warm welcome to the Pakistan-Canada Sports Trade Show 2025. Your presence here this morning is a testament to the enduring friendship between Pakistan and Canada and to our shared commitment to strengthening economic, cultural, and people-to-people ties. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan holds a unique place in the global sports goods industry. For decades, our artisans and manufacturers, particularly those in the city of Sialkot, have supplied the world with products that embody precision, durability, quality, and excellence. It's a matter of immense pride for us that we have now made the footballs for 4 consecutive World Cups, including the next year World Cup, some of whose matches are being played in Canada. But our contribution goes well beyond football. Pakistan is also a leading producer of sports equipment in general, and our exporters supply to the global brands, demonstrating both international credibility and a proven track record of quality. Our manufacturers have also successfully embraced sustainability, environmentally friendly production, and inclusive business practices, aligning with the values and expectations of global consumers. Ladies and gentlemen, we are deeply grateful to the Canadian Sporting Goods Association for co-hosting this trade show. We are honored to welcome leading Canadian buyers, distributors, and sports professionals who are with us today. Your engagement provides immense value to this initiative. Equally, we are proud to introduce our top 10 Pakistani manufacturers and exporters of sports goods who represent the very best of Pakistan's sports industry. These companies have been carefully selected not only for their product excellence, but also for their ability to reliably serve global supply chains. They are present here along with their products. Please do make full use of their presence at the event. Ladies and gentlemen, the Consulate General of Pakistan in Toronto has consistently prioritized the promotion of trade and investment linkages between our two countries. Over the past year, we have undertaken a series of initiatives, including webinars, information sessions, and direct consultations to prepare Pakistani exporters for the Canadian market. These sessions address vital issues such as regulatory frameworks, consumer trends, logistics, and compliance with Canadian standards. Today's trade show is the culmination of these efforts. It is designed to move beyond discussion into practical reality, to create a space where business-to-business connections can flourish, where trust can be built and where opportunities can be seized. Our goal is clear: to enable partnerships that are sustainable, commercially successful, and mutually enriching for both Pakistan and Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin today's program, I invite you all to see this trade show not just as a business exhibition, but as a platform for building long-term cooperation. Through sports, we inspire communities, empower youth, and promote values of fairness, teamwork, and perseverance. Through trade, we strengthen economies, create jobs, and expand horizons. And when sports and trade come together, as they do here today, the opportunities are boundless. Once again, I welcome you warmly to this event. I extend my gratitude to the CSGA, to our distinguished guests from Pakistan and Canada, and to all those whose hard work made this day possible. May today mark the beginning of new partnerships, new successes, new opportunities, and a deeper Pakistan-Canada bond built on the shared spirit of sports. Thank you all.
Hi, my name is Xavier Khan, and me and my dad made visual sports. So I just want to talk to you about visual sports. So 2 years ago, we were on a trip to Pakistan, and we realized that Pakistan is extremely good at making athletic equipment. So we're like, we could make something out of that. to make a brand called Digital Sports, and digital is a crossover between digital and physical, so everything's online. You can do everything online. So
Yeah, like that.
yeah. So we do our own brand. So we have duffel bags with our logo on them, soccer balls with our logo. We do OEM. So for example, Nike or Adidas, if they like look at our duffel bags and say, look at these high quality duffel bags, and they can put their design and logo on them. We also do personalized custom gear. So like if you want like your name on a ball or somebody else's name on a ball, you can order that. And we also do for leagues and clubs. So if like you're the coach of a basketball team, let's say, or a soccer team, you could make like you could get jerseys or shorts or whatever you need. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. This is the future. Watch out, all the Canadian brands. Like, you know, kids like these are going to take the world. Thank you.
Usually want to have the young guy come up to the stage. I thought it was going to be me, but obviously it wasn't me. I'm 51, I just played sports all weekend and my body is aching, so I'm definitely not the young guy in the room anymore. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being at this inaugural event. This has been, in my opinion, a great success to have everybody in the room here today show that their dedication and commitment to what we're trying to do here today is not only, work together to promote sport in general, but to collaborate between countries, manufacturers, suppliers, distributors, etc. in the Canadian sporting goods industry. A special thank you to the Pakistan Consulate of Toronto, the Trade Development Authority of Pakistan, and the Canadian Sporting Goods Association for collaborating together to put together this event. Lastly, I want to thank our panelists, our exhibitors, and our sponsors, and of course, my volunteers here for helping us today. Lastly, thank you to all the guests that have made, the trips from near and far to be here. Your energy, your enthusiasm to help us grow sport has really inspired me to, let's grow this together. This trade shows it's not about products, it's about building bridges. Bridges that connect markets, open doors for trade, and strengthen relationships across borders. We hope you leave here today inspired, informed, and ready to take the next steps to work together. I wish you safe travels, and for those who are visiting our country, I wish you all the best as you explore our country and, enjoy what we take for granted sometimes and how beautiful our country is. Thank you again, and I hope to see you soon.
I'm Mohammad, and I'm running a sports brand named Black Sports since 2007, and I'm glad to be here and will introduce myself.
From Singapore, Pakistan. We are manufacturers, exporters of soccer balls, soccer uniforms, apparels, team apparels, and we're exporting for the last 40 years to Europe and US countries.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sheikh, and I represent in my company Service Sports. First of all, I would like to thank our Consul General, Mr. Khalil Ahmed Bajwa, and High Commissioner, and other Shoaib. They arranged a very beautiful event and give us an opportunity to showcase our products here in Canadian market. And I personally believe that it will be a golden chance for all the exporters who came from Pakistan, and we will definitely get some fruitful business from there. We are manufacturers and exporters of sports goods and sportswear, and my company is specifically supplying our products to Europe, Australia, North America, and South America. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Aslam bhai, and welcome.
Thank you, Shoaib. This is Altamash. I am the Trade Counselor for Pakistan. I would like this opportunity to point out that His Excellency, our High Commissioner, Mr. Mohammad Saleem, has joined us. He's traveled to Ottawa and nice. So thank you so much, sir, for being here. Thank you so much.
Welcome, sir. Thank you all so much, Mike. And thank you for the introductions. Now, like I mentioned, from Sialkot to the world, Altamashbhai, we start with you. In light of the theme, Sialkot to the world, can you actually let us know what Sialkot is, why people should remember, what people should remember Sialkot for, and how are we taking Sialkot to the world today in terms of trade?
Thank you, Shoaib. Sialkot is, I think, one of the most fascinating cities in the world. And I'd say that not without evidence. I mean, the one reason we are here, we already know that FIFA World Cup, or 4 World Cups in a row, the soccer balls that come to that tournament come from where? Sialkot. That itself is a big achievement. But let me give you other facts which I think no other city in the world can beat. Sialkot is probably the only city in the world where the chamber runs, manages, operates the airport. In fact, they developed the airport on their own without any government support. And they run it, and it's been running there for the last 3 decades. I think no other city in the world does that. Number 2, Sialkot Chamber is the only chamber in the world that actually runs an airlines. And it is one of the fastest growing airlines in Pakistan and also internationally expanding now. It is called Sial Air and it is running very effectively in Pakistan. I think again, something that no other chamber, I think, as far as I know, does. Talks about, underlines the entrepreneurship city of Sialkot. So in all the cities in Pakistan, and I would say, in the region abroad, South Asia, even Asia, Sialkot is a defining city which, highlights entrepreneurship, business opportunities, shining in the world. Probably the only region I can compare this to is the Silicon Valley. And what it does to IT, I think Sialkot does that to sports and surgical. Thank you.
Thank you, Altamashbhai. And
I want to add one thing in the history of Sialkot. I just want to inform my distinguished guests that more than 100 brands are already working in Sialkot. You just name a brand and you will find the blessing of Almighty. Now today we are recognized manufacturers of soccer balls and the sports Canada. And we are continuously growing step by step. And inshallah we will keep growing and make growth for our company and our country.
thank you, Rasamai. Naveed, if you want to add.
The same way as Aslam said, we were also established like 40 years ago, early 80s, and it was a small unit, just making cricket bats, that's it. And over the passage of time, the grace of Allah Almighty, blessed of Allah Almighty, and our hard work, my father started this business, and we increased our capacity, and we introduced more lines like soccer balls, tennis balls, sportswear, and all of we're exporting around the world. All the big supermarkets around the world selling our cricket brand, the cricket clothing, alhamdulillah, and we're still working, and we appreciate this opportunity given by KADAP and Consulate and High Commission of Pakistan, so we can come and explore the Kenyan market also, and we come to know that what exactly is selling here, so we can learn from here, and we can get leads from today meetings. Inshallah, we'll follow them up, and then we'll turn into a solid business relationship with Kenyan imports, inshallah, soon, inshallah.
Amazing, mashallah. And Wasim bhai, any advice to the people who have flown from Pakistan to Canada? Any advice from the local market and the challenges that you have learned from and mashallah done so well?
There are so many products which need to be done in Pakistan, such as cricket helmets, such as cricket people gloves, and many more items which are being imported from other part of the world. So if they put their focus more on those products, it will be much easier for us to explore, much easier for us to sell. So yeah, they should definitely consider on some of the cricket items which we are way behind till today.
Definitely, and the pace at which cricket is growing in North America today. Actually, it was funny. I saw in one of the DTCs in downtown Toronto, there's a poster for the cricket leagues, Brampton Super League that is happening. So very exciting to see that.
definitely a lot of opportunity. And what I understood, that Pakistani exporters should broaden the product categories and look into the market openings right now as the demographic changes, as the opportunities come, as the sport gets played more, and also look at the pulse of the Canadian sports that are now growing as well. Hockey, baseball, there's still room for Pakistani businesses to expand, given the tax duty landscape that is changing rapidly as we speak. Awesome. Now I would like to open the floor for some questions, maybe from some Canadian
retailers and suppliers in multi-billion-dollar industry in the Canadian sporting goods world, and we're just a slice of it. And today we brought a few members of that slice to be on our panel today to talk to you a little bit about trends in their particular part of the sporting goods world, in the industry, and what they might see what the outlook looks like in the next few years as well. I'll have you introduce yourself, and then also just give a little bit of background of how long you've been doing what you're doing, or involved in the sporting goods industry, and for our audience.
Thank you, Brian. My name is Dave Lord. I'm with the Pickering Football Club, which is a soccer club. I'm just going into my 15th year with Pickering, where I'm the administrator of the recreational program, and I've been in this industry of sports for over 40 years.
Thank you. My name is John Irwin. I'm National Sales Manager for Yeti Drink Beer Coolers. I'm also the past president of the Canadian Sporting Goods Association. I've been in the sporting goods industry for about 25 years on the wholesale side of the business.
My name is Brad Hawes. My role is President of Source for Sports. I've been in this sporting goods industry, off and on, because I started there in retail, went on to a completely different industry in the wholesale side, and then came back into retail. So all total, sporting goods, probably 30 years, more or less, I guess.
Thank you, gentlemen. We also have, some of you might recognize John. John participated in our online panel, talking about the presentation on trends in the industry for us. John is also our past president of the association, and Brad is our current chairman of the board of our association. And in our audience as well, we have Randy Beatty as one of our board members sitting at the tables. We have a good representation of some of our executives that have been involved in the industry for years. And so let's start with you, John, because you have a mic. So taking back from your presentation that you gave us and any insights you might have since then, what do you see was sort of going on in the sports world in the Canadian side of things that might be helpful to the manufacturers and industry members that are looking to do more in Canada?
Yeah, I would say that in the past year, we've obviously seen a lot of turbulence within the economy in Canada. Tariffs obviously coming in that impacted what we thought would have had a negative impact on our sporting goods business. We've actually I've seen from my side and other wholesale sides of the business where we've actually continued to grow the business in Canada. I think one of the things that we're seeing right now is the consumer spending is staying more within Canada, where we used to see a lot of Canadians travel south of the border, which has stopped a little bit, and those dollars are being reinvested back into Canada. From the wholesale side of the business, you see we kind of break our business down into two sides, where we have national brands that stretch multi-doors across the country, and then we have other retailers which are independent solo shops. What I'm seeing from my chair right now is that those retailers, the larger multinational retailers who are continue to invest in their brand, in their Canadian brand, and invest in inventory, are still they're still seeing growth, quite large growth actually within their business. Whereas on the opposite side, retailers who are taking more of a conservative stance right now on inventory or being very cautious are not seeing the same upside. So, yeah, yes.
So Brad, I'll pose the same question to you as well, and representing, I guess, the tariffs is an excellent comment about how that's shifting things, at least temporarily, if not long-term, on that basis. But please, same question.
In anticipation of this question, I was thinking about the things that I should cover off, and I think I need to take it back a little bit before I bring it to current. Because I remember March 13, 2020, I remember that date heavily because it's when basically retail stopped dead in its tracks. COVID, we went into lockdown. And for our business, we do a lot of team sports, so hockey, baseball, lacrosse. So all that shut down.
Since you guys, have so much experience in working with so many vendors in Canada, what sort of relationship do you think you guys have established with the Pakistani vendors who's coming now from Pakistan, who's going to be continuously doing this FIFA World Cup and the cricket products in Canada? So are you thinking to making a long-term liaison with the Pakistani diaspora companies in Pakistan for Canada? Thank you.
Speaking for a few members that aren't up here today, there's some that are already dealing with the Pakistani market, and I think there's a great opportunity for board to do it, and that's why we are having this event today, quite frankly, is to bring that awareness to our members and the industry people that read our newsletter and communications that go out. So as a statement, I'd say there's some that are doing it today, and I think that when they find out the advantages of doing that through some of the members that are currently taking advantage of that, I think that opens the door for future opportunities and collaboration. But I will let you gentlemen speak to that.
Yeah, I've worked for global brands my whole career, and they're oftentimes not based out of Canada. There's a lot of European and a lot of US-based brands that work as subsidiaries or distributors in Canada. However, one of the things that I've seen over the past couple of years, I would say, is the diversification of manufacturing and the countries where that happens. I currently work for a US brand, which had a heavy manufacturer presence in China. Even prior to the tariffs that were imposed globally from the US, there's been a diversification in terms of not relying on China as much anymore as a manufacturing hub, but really pushing that through other Asian countries to be able to diversify that and not be reliant as one with the tariffs or with tariffs or any impact that comes in from an economic standpoint. So within Canada, I would say that there are brands that operate. There are probably smaller brands that operate within Canada. A lot come on the apparel or footwear side of the business. But where I would see probably influence for you guys would be there's private label companies within Canada that do produce and manufacture in Asia. And I would say that might be probably would be the biggest opportunity within Canada to impact manufacturing.
Thank you. Same question to Brad as well. And maybe
on sports goods made in Pakistan.
Sorry. On goods made in Pakistan?
In Pakistan, yes. Your feedback.
Yeah, your World Cup ball is fantastic. No, I think one of the things that we're definitely seeing is using the World Cup ball as an example, which is a premium, high quality product, and from the brands that I currently work for and previously worked for have been premium brands in the marketplace. So that level of quality is expected and it's paid for by the consumers in Canada. Brad might be able to touch on this a little bit more, but we've seen you take a sport for us like hockey, which is a expensive sport, premium product into that pursuit, and we're seeing these recreational sports growing in Canada, where probably a couple years ago, you may have seen a little bit of a decline based on price point to entry, where we're now seeing those pursuits that are higher priced continue to grow in our marketplace. So I can't speak exactly to Pakistani product, except for probably the World Cup ball. But that's the level of quality. It doesn't need to. It's not a race to the bottom in Canada in terms of being able to sell the cheapest thing at the lowest price and do large volume in it. I think what we're seeing from the Canadian consumer is if the quality's there, if the brand recognition's there, they're willing to pay for that product. And again, I think your FIFA ball is probably representative.
From our perspective, and for most soccer football clubs in Ontario, we're not the vendor. We don't deal with vendors, we deal with distributors. So we have somebody else who's outsourcing the soccer balls, the uniforms, the equipment, and then putting packages together for us to purchase. So events like this are a great opportunity for the companies in Canada who do that to get in front of those people and promote the product and look to expand what Pakistani sporting goods are doing in Canada.
اس وقت ہم موجود ہیں پاکستان کے حوالے سے ایک اسپورٹس کا پروگرام، بہت خوبصورت پروگرام یہاں پر پاکستان ہائی کمیشن اور پاکستان کونسلیٹ جنرل نے کیا ہے. ہمارے درمیان موجود ہیں پاکستان کے ہائی کمشنر محمد سلیم صاحب. میں ان سے پوچھتا ہوں آج کے حوالے سے کیا کہنا چاہیں گے.
السلام علیکم جی. آج یہاں پہ ٹورنٹو میں پاکستان کونسلیٹ نے کینیڈین اسپورٹس گڈس ایسوسیشن کے ساتھ مل کے ہم نے ایک میگا ایونٹ کیا. ہمارے پاس سیالکوٹ سے 8 ممبر کا ایک رکنی ڈیلیگیشن آیا ہوا ہے اور یہ سارے اسپورٹس گڈس ایکسپورٹرز ہیں، مینوفیکچررز ہیں. نیکسٹ ایئر یہاں پہ فیفا ورلڈ کپ 2026 ہو رہا ہے. اس میں نہ صرف پاکستان سے ہم اپنے فٹ بال لے کے آئیں بلکہ تمام اسپورٹس گیئر ڈفرینٹ اسپورٹس کی وہ ساری ہم یہاں پہ پروموٹ کر رہے ہیں. انشاءاللہ آئندہ سے پاکستان کے اسپورٹس گڈس کا جو ایکسپورٹ والیوم ہے ٹو کینیڈا اینڈ نارتھ امریکہ وہ بڑھ جائے گا.
بہت شکریہ سر. اچھا، اس کے علاوہ میں پوچھنا چاہ رہا تھا کہ جس طرح سے اسپورٹس کے حوالے سے ہم کام کر رہے ہیں تو پاکستان کی جیسے دوسری ایکسپورٹس تھیں، پہلے کاٹن کی تھی اور دوسری جس طرح آج بات بھی ہوئی ہے کہ وہ ہمارے جو سرجیکل اکوپمنٹس ہیں اس کے حوالے سے بھی آپ کچھ کر رہے ہیں.
جس طرح میں نے اپنے اسپیچ میں بھی کہا کہ اس کا ڈپارٹمنٹ دوسرا ہے، اس کے لیے ہم نے ہاسپٹلز اور یہاں پہ آپ نے دیکھا ہوگا لاسٹ منتھ یہاں پہ 2 ایونٹ ہوئے ڈاکٹروں کے، ایسوسیشن آف پاکستانی فزیشینز ان نارتھ امریکہ اپنا، اور اسی طرح APPIC ایسوسیشن آف پاکستانی فزیشینز ان کینیڈا. ان میڈیکل ڈاکٹروں کے ساتھ بھی میں نے بات کی ہے. ہاسپٹلز اور پروونشل جو ہیلتھ ڈپارٹمنٹس ہے ان کے ساتھ مل کے، چونکہ کینیڈا میں سرجیکل اکوپمنٹ اور ہیلتھ کیئر جو ہے وہ اسٹیٹ آؤنڈ ہے. یہ ساری پروکیورمنٹ گورنمنٹ ٹو گورنمنٹ لیول پہ، مطلب یہاں پہ ہیلتھ کیئر گورنمنٹ کی ہے، لہٰذا ہمیں گورنمنٹ کے ساتھ بات کرنی پڑے گی. اس کے لیے فیڈرل لیول پہ ہم ہیلتھ کینیڈا کے ساتھ ان ٹچ ہیں اور پروونشل لیول پہ ہم ہاسپٹلز کے ساتھ اور پاکستانی اوریجن ڈاکٹروں کے ساتھ ان ٹچ.
بہت بہت شکریہ سر. جی، اس وقت ہم موجود ہیں، آپ کے علم میں ہے، میں نے ابھی آپ کو لائیو دکھایا بھی ہے کہ پاکستان اسپورٹس کے حوالے سے پاکستان کونسل جنرل نے یہاں پر کینیڈا میں ایک بہت خوبصورت یہ تقریب منعقد کی ہے. ہمارے ساتھ موجود ہیں پاکستان کے کونسل جنرل خلیل احمد باجوا صاحب. خلیل احمد باجوا صاحب جب سے یہاں آئے مختلف ایکٹیویٹیز ہیں، پاکستانی کمیونٹی کو بہت سپورٹ کرتے ہیں، ہر پروگرام میں ہر تقریب میں نظر آتے ہیں. آج کا یہ پروگرام بھی انہوں نے بہت خوبصورت انداز میں آرگنائز کیا ہے. ان سے پوچھتے ہیں اس کے بارے میں کچھ تفصیلات ہمارے ناظرین کو بتائیں.
جی بہت شکریہ جی. آج ہم موجود ہیں پاکستان کینیڈا اسپورٹس شو 2025 میں. یہ کونسلیٹ جنرل آف پاکستان ٹورنٹو نے آج کی اس نمائش کا اہتمام کیا ہے اور اس کا پس منظر یہ ہے کہ پاکستان اپنی کھیلوں کی مصنوعات کے اعتبار سے پوری دنیا میں جانا جاتا ہے اور خصوصی طور پر پاکستان کا بنا ہوا فٹ بال نہ صرف گزشتہ 3 فیفا ورلڈ کپس میں استعمال ہوا بلکہ آئندہ سال ہونے والے فیفا ورلڈ کپ 2026 میں بھی جو ہے وہ استعمال ہوگا. اور اگلے سال کے فیفا ورلڈ کپ کے کچھ میچز ٹورنٹو کے اندر بھی منعقد کیے جا رہے ہیں. تو اس اعتبار سے ہم نے یہ فیصلہ کیا کہ پاکستانی مصنوعات کو کینیڈا میں متعارف کرانے کے لیے یہ ایک اچھا موقع ہوگا، اور ہم نے پاکستان سے 8 اسپورٹس گڈز بنانے والی بڑی کمپنیز کو یہاں پہ مدعو کیا، جو کہ اپنی پروڈکٹس کے ساتھ یہاں پہ موجود ہیں. اور کینیڈا سے ہم نے کینیڈین اسپورٹس گڈز ایسوسیشن کو بھی مدعو کیا، جن کی بھی آج بھرپور نمائندگی آج کے اس ایونٹ میں موجود ہے. اور اس ساری ایکسرسائز کا مقصد یہ ہے کہ پاکستان کی بنی ہوئی معیاری کھیلوں کے سامان کی مصنوعات کو، اور خصوصی طور پر میڈ ان پاکستان فٹ بال کو کینیڈا کے اندر متعارف کرایا جائے. تھینک یو.
بہت شکریہ.